NBC 15 weather with Chief Meteorologist Thomas Gieboy.
Good evening, Gulf Coast. Happy Friday and happy Juneteenth. Figured I would show this again, the rainfall over the last 48 hours, and it has been significant, and especially from this swath from the Mississippi Gulf Coast up I-10, then up I-65, basically all the way up towards Evergreen, where we had this swath of around 6 to 12 inches of rain, some spots picking up over a foot of rain, and just off to our west near Wiggins in Stone County in Mississippi, just outside of the NBC 15 area, more than 1.5 feet of rainfall has fallen, and we did add to that rain today. And we'll continue to see a good chance for showers and storms for our Saturday. And while it's going to be scattered kind of like we saw out there today, any rain that we add to the situation that we're currently in is only going to increase that flooding risk that much more, especially in flood-prone areas and for a lot of our rivers, creeks, and streams where multiple flood warnings continue. So if you live near those susceptible waterways, just continue to keep that in mind. If a flash flood warning is issued, remember the phrase, turn around, don't drown. If you cannot see the bottom of the roadway, do not attempt to drive through it, because it does not take a lot of water to move a vehicle. Earlier in the day, the bulk of the showers and storms favored the eastern part of our area. As we move through tonight, the bulk of the showers and storms mainly off to our west. We're seeing some showers spill into the NBC 15 area from the west, but those showers are starting to lose some of their steam. The heaviest of the rain continues to be just down to our southwest, where Jackson County in southeast Mississippi is seeing very heavy rain very close to the Harrison County line. So especially if you're in southeast Mississippi tonight, also continue to monitor the weather. But as we move through tonight, those storms will continue to gradually lose steam as we get farther and farther away from sundown. Everything right now is being driven by deep tropical moisture that's left over, and this stalled out front that's sitting off to our north. It's being driven by this little wave that you see right here. That system is going to continue to work its way from west to east, and by tomorrow it's going to work its way through our neighborhood. So that's why we have one more day of elevated rain chances before we start to gradually go back to normal as we head into our Father's Day and early next week. And because of that, you can see the entire NBC 15 area within a level 2 out of 4 slight risk of excessive rainfall that could lead to flash flooding. So this is still a risk of heavy rain, but it's better than the moderate and high risk of rainfall that we've seen over the last couple of days. You'll still just want to be mindful. Let's go ahead and start the forecast tracker, and I'll start it at 11 o'clock tonight. The forecast model not doing a great job when it comes to placement, but what it shows as we move through the overnight, the chance of wet weather goes down. And by tomorrow morning, while a stray shower can't be ruled out, we'll likely start off our Saturday morning mostly on the dry side of things. And then as quickly as we get into the afternoon, the daytime heating, showers and thunderstorms become likely again. Showers will likely move from west to east. Best chance will be from the latter stages of the morning through the early stages of the evening, but then going into Saturday night, storms start to fade. Then look what happens as we go into our Sunday. It will look and feel more like a typical summertime day. So we're definitely going to be moving in the right direction over the next 48 hours. But for tomorrow, upwards of a 70% chance that you're going to need your William Casey Injury Lawyers umbrella. So just keep that umbrella handy as we move throughout our Saturday. Right now, here's a live look outside. Beau Rivage Tower camera looking towards downtown Mobile, calmer compared to what we saw earlier. When some of these storms worked their way through, they were producing a lot of lightning. We're currently sitting at 72 degrees, and we can actually see the temperature increase a little bit as we move into the overnight thanks to our southerly flow. But our temperatures, for all intents and purposes, will just hang out in the 70s as we move through tonight. And then tomorrow afternoon, outside of any wet weather, you can expect partly cloudy to partly sunny skies. Daytime highs ranging mainly in the mid to upper 80s. Few spots could come in right around 90 degrees. With the high humidity, heat index values will be above the century mark. And then for our Father's Day, after a warm start, daytime highs back in the upper 80s with about a 40% chance that a shower or storm finds you. Just keep that in mind, but it likely won't be all day rain if you do find wet weather. If you're going down to the beach, high risk of rip currents does continue for Saturday, but as our weather calms, so will the Gulf, and we'll likely see yellow flags by Father's Day on Sunday. Here's how it all looks on the 7-day tracker, where we'll be looking at a good chance of showers and storms for our Saturday, then a more seasonal day for our Sunday. Rain chances pretty low through the first part of next week, and that'll lead the daytime highs in the low to mid 90s. And then it's just typical summertime by the second half of next week.